everyone, it's Lorraine Rowland from Sharrow Family Centre. Just here really to say hope you're okay and staying safe. Some ideas we've been asked to give you to play with your children while you're at home, and this is one of the ideas we use in messy play. Although I'm saying messy play, it can be as little or as much as you want it to be. I'm doing it outside on a mat. You can do it inside on a mat or on a towel or a bath mat or at the kitchen table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use corn flour and make some corn flour paste and show you how fun it is. For the children, they'll enjoy the mixing process, they'll enjoy adding colours if you want to with food colouring, and they'll be able to manipulate it with their hands and play with it, which will help strengthen the fingers ready for those pre-writing skills. But also it's fun and enjoyable, and it's very low cost. I think this is about 50p. So what I'm going to do is pour the flour, the corn flour, into a tray. I've just got an ordinary tray. You can use a baking tray. You could use something like this that you've had your fruit and vegetables in, anything. Sprinkle it onto the tray a little bit at a time. And then add some warm water. Not a lot to start with, just a very small amount. Once you've added the water, mix it. Get the children to stir it in and see how the liquid and the flour added together turns into something completely different. Keep stirring it and mixing it round and round and round. Once the mixture's mixed up and it's nice and soft, you can add a little bit more water if you want to, or a little bit less, or more corn flour if you like it to be thicker. There we go. Can you see? It's mixing in together. Talk about it with the children, what patterns they're making, how long does it take, is it really difficult to mix in, or is it really easy? Once all the corn flour's been mixed in, that's when the fun starts, because corn flour creates this really strange tactile experience. Let them use the fingers and the hands. Put an apron on if you don't want them to get too messy, or an old outfit that you're not too fussed about. It is only flour, so when it does dry on the clothes or on your floor or carpet, you can hoover it up. But this is the fun bit. You can lift it up and let it drop into ribbons and raindrops of corn flour. You can drag it along the tray like this, making patterns with your fingers. So for pre-writing skills, that's an excellent use. If you've got an older child, maybe they could even make their initial, or draw one of our rainbows that we've been trying to draw for our national health. Once you've completed that, then you can give them some of their little spoons and cups. You can see how long it would take to fill a cup, and do pouring out of the cup onto a plate and make patterns. We can use anything that you've got around the house. If you've got children's equipment, use that. If you've got an ordinary spoon, colander. I've even got a paintbrush. If it was a little bit more liquid, you could actually paint with it. And as you can see, all we're doing is moving the corn flour around the tray, but it's a really lovely experience for the children to get involved in, and for you too. And then when you've finished, you hold the paintbrush up or the spoon, and it drips off like this. You can also add food colourings if you've got any in the house. I've got a few. That's quite a nice experience. So put a little drop in, any colour you like. Add 2 or 3 colours. I think this one's red. And then the fun begins. Get the children to use a spoon or the fingers, whichever they prefer, and mix the colours together, swirling them around and around to make a different colour, or if you just want to use one colour. With it being food colouring and corn flour, it's completely safe. If they put it in the mouth, it won't hurt them, and it doesn't really taste of anything very much. And there again, hold it up in your fingers and drop rainbow corn flour raindrops. Once you've got it on your hands, don't worry, some people don't like the feeling of it. It just dries like flour, and you can either wash it off or wait and brush it off, the same as if it's on here it will dry and we can simply brush it off. It's not really a messy activity, but it's so much fun. When you've finished and the children have had enough, don't throw the tray away. Leave it to dry. It'll dry back to its original powdery content. Get it out the next day or the next afternoon. Add a different colour, add some more liquid to it, mix it all up, and it'll come back to this lovely, lovely, slushy, messy play. Hope you've enjoyed that activity. There are lots more activities on our Facebook page, Instagram page and YouTube. Enjoy yourself, have fun, and don't worry too much about the mess. It doesn't last for very long, but you'll have a lovely time. Stay safe. See you soon. Bye.